Hey guys, this is the Redstone Wizard here again, bringing in another amusement park redstone tutorial. This time, we got duck shooting. Well, that's at least what I believe it looks like. Now, it's a basic game. As the minecarts roll by, you gotta shoot them. So let's get the bow, get our arrow, and let's just hit this button. Now, whoa, that was fast. Oh, missed that one. Yeah, you get 15 shots. That's number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Yeah, when I first saw this mini game, it was actually on Hermitcraft Season 4, and Impulse SV built it. But I don't think he built it the way I got it. Well, for one, they didn't have observers, and no one showed how to build it. So I decided to come up with my own design and see if I could get it to work. And as you can see, it works. The minecarts go back and forth. And one thing is, the minecarts never leave their lane. They stay in the same lane, so you're constantly using the same minecarts for the entire game. So as soon as I can finish up this match, I'll fast forward a bit for you guys, and I'll show you the redstone. Okay guys, let's put the bow and the arrow back. And first off, yep, I got 1 point. So let's take a quick look at the redstone. I've got an ether hopper clock right here. Now I'm going to switch it out when I actually make it in the amusement park, because I don't want the pistons here. I've got enough pistons going on over there that these pistons are distracting. Now I have a counter, a reduced, it's a pulse limiter, I think. I can't remember exactly what it is, but pretty much every time this pulses, the signal incrementer. Every time this pulses, and every time this gets pulsed, an item goes from this dropper to this dropper, which reduces the signal strength here, reducing it by 1 every single time, so allowing us to get 15. I have a standard randomizer circuit, minecart, redstone, and this is just to determine what side it goes on. Non-stackable, stackable. So then it goes up, activates these activates these dispensers, which then pushes the minecart out along the line. If it happens to go all the way to the end, it's going to break. You don't get a single point. Both sides are set up the exact same way. Now, back here on both sides, just before the minecart, just before the cactus that breaks the minecart, we got another hopper, and all these other hoppers are leading into it. This hopper pulls it down and then shoots it over into the single line, which sends it back up to that dispenser. Now, when a minecart enters here, it'll create a pulse, which will activate this observer, which will activate this piston, which will push this observer in front of this block, which then will activate the point system that you have determined to use. Now, now both sides are going, because the way I have this set up, only one minecart is going to be in effect at a time. So there's no worry about which side's going to happen, what side's going to happen at. Got an item elevator just to get the items up, and yeah. So let's just pop over to the the amusement park, and we will get to building this thing. Guys, I'm here in the amusement park, and in fact, just for a little bit of an update, we got a name. My daughter thought it would actually be cool if we just named the place Redstonia. Yep, so I decided to name it that way. I followed a simple tutorial on how to make the letters out of banners, and I actually think that it looks pretty good. So now let's figure out where we're going to place it. Just a little bit of an update. Yeah, still got the same hedge maze here. Russian roulette, whack-a-mole, and we got another hedge maze. Now this one is even bigger and a lot harder. So let's see here. Got a shooting game over there. Let's put it right back here. So I'll get the place set up, cleared out, and I'll get everything ready resource-wise, and bring you guys right back in. Okay, guys, I'm back. I believe I got everything we need, at least to set up for the duck hunt. So, everything is not necessarily needed for you to come up with your own timing circuit. I do recommend using the pulse incrementer and some sort of randomizing circuit. But yeah, the hopper clock, the timer is up to you. In fact, you don't even have to use the pulse incrementer. Just something to limit the amount of time that it happens. So you need at least, if I remember right, numbers may not be exact, but I believe 10 power rails, 14 regular rails, a bunch of blocks. I do recommend having some slabs just for appearance wise. 18 hoppers just for the rails and some of the other components. I do recommend bringing an additional a lot more. About 9 droppers, 2 dispensers, 3 sticky pistons, plus whatever you're going to use for your hopper clock if you're using any. At least 2 observers, 4 levers, a bunch of torches, a bunch of redstone, a bunch of comparators, repeaters, minecarts, and because I'm going to be using the pulse incrementer, I'm going to be using 9 stacks of an item. So 9 stacks of a stackable item. So let's get everything, break this, and let's just come down here and pick a point, and we'll get this. I didn't put this exactly in the middle somewhere, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's pull back one more. Okay, this is going to be my middle. All right, so I'm just going to set those there for now. Now, floor level. Okay, so we're at the floor level. We don't need these. So from your floor level, 1 block up, make a line all the way across with blocks. Oh, I forgot we need two sand and two cactus. Now the reason why I have this here is so that I can tell where my middle is. In fact, I'm going to set a block right there for now. So, from here, we need 7. So this is where our slabs come in handy. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. 2 blocks, we don't need that, so we'll just move it up. Okay guys, I actually build your framework, and then you go, and your hoppers are going to go right along this line right here. So they're sitting right here, where you can't see the rails. Now, because I'm a console, I can't just fly and shift click like you can on Java. So I found the easiest way to place your hoppers is to, oh yeah, we need 2 blocks there. So rails starting from the slabs all the way to where the cactus is going to be, because I forgot to mention we're going to need a cactus. Starting from the back half, going into the block, place, and this works best in creative. We can barricade that and cover that. Get a cactus. And now we need to get our rails. We need to get 4 power rails. Place one there and one there. Come over to this side, one there, one there. We can barricade that and place another block there and another block there. Get 2 of your levers, place one there and one there. I don't recommend placing it on this block because it'll bud power the dispenser, and we don't want that. Now we get the rails and we continue on going there. Let me grab that. So that's our rail system. Temporarily place a block there, get a dispenser, place it there, break the block underneath it. There we go. That is the rail line for the first one. Now I'm going to go down, and I'm just going to place a hopper there, dragging it out. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your droppers, and going up towards that dispenser, you need to place the 4 droppers. Because I can actually easily crouch, I'm just going to drag this all the way over. Right below that hopper. So all we have to do is go there, break this one, and make sure it goes in towards that. In fact, we're going to break that rail, put a hopper going into there, place the rail back. Now, the return system is now done also, other than the item elevator to bring it all up. So let's just clear some of this out. Now I'm going to clear out 2 rows and fill this in. It's going to get a little bit laggy here for a moment. There we go. Now, this is a, if I remember, a Nimbom design for a item drop evader, which is honestly one I prefer using. So let's see here. Where's the repeater, dropper, comparators? Okay. Now, to make the drop evader, you need it needs to be an even number. That's why I have 4. block next to the bottom one with a comparator output going into a block with a redstone torch on top of it, on the face of it, with a block above it going into a repeater set to at least 3 ticks going to a block with the torch on top and the torch on his face, with a block on top of the top one and torches on the sides, going in onto a power rail, going to an observer facing down, so that whenever there's an item inside this dropper, it's going to create a clock, which then is going to push the items all the way up into the dispenser. Yep. Okay, well, let's just continue building. Alright, let's just cover these up because we don't need to see any of that. Now, I'm going to move this up one more because this is going to be the start of the second row. Because I don't like seeing the hopper, I don't like seeing the hoppers or the rails, and seeing the rails makes it just a little easier because you have that little more space. And then we're going to set up the exact same thing. A line, 2 after. Where this dispenser is, we need to place our sand. With our cactus, we can place a block there, block on top, block across, block there. Actually, leave that there. Block up. And I'm going to leave that right there and get our hoppers and cause the line to go all the way back to there and break down point there. Okay, now get our rails again. 1, 2. 1, 2. Regular rails all the way across. Temporary block with a dispenser there. We don't need that anymore. And for uniformity, we're going to place them like there. Line the back with blocks. You can make this as hot, you can design this part any way you want. Now, we need to power these rails, so that's the reason why they're sitting the way they are, so we can power them. You could also probably put a block up here and power them from that way, but I wasn't going to do that. I just felt like doing it that way. So, now the rail systems are set up, and let's get the items into where they need to go. So we'll get a we'll get hoppers. And in fact, we need to run a line all the way across to where the dropper is. To the dispenser, I mean. Put your, we need 9, we need 4 droppers. Going into the dispenser, a line of hoppers running all the way back. And there we go. Now, this one, we're going to take the item elevator and we're going to put it over here, going this direction. Same thing. We're going to do the item elevator from Nimbom. Yeah, if I keep these before I give them sky access. If I actually do that, it prevents a lot of the lag. So we'll place that there. Repeater on 3. Block. Torches. Torch. Block. Torch. Torch. Now the reason why I'm going in this pattern is because it makes things a lot easier when I am trying. It made it easier for me to figure out where I wanted to place redstone for things. So we're going to need a block above there. We're going to need to get a observer. Now the 2 observers are specifically for the activation system. Well, we need an observer for each of the item elevators. So going into this block above the dropper, above the dispenser, we're going to place an observer on both of them. This one we're going to set into this corner. Place a block there. We're going to hide that. Hide that. And we're going to get a sticky piston underneath it. On both sides. Okay. Now, for the most part, this is done. All you have to do is get a block there, block there, block there. Comparator there and there with a piece of redstone right there. And then from here you need a comparator right there. Now take observers, or however you want to do your point systems. I decided to use the observer, the dual observer that when pushed with a piston only creates a single pulse, and set it right there. Yeah, this is how I'm doing it because it's easier for me, and it's easier for me to troubleshoot later if I need to. Okay, so now that we actually got this part set up, we can actually load them up with minecarts. Now you can just toss them in, toss all 9 in, and as you can see it's pulsing. Item level going up and you get all 9. You can load these up, and I do recommend just using 9 because that's the maximum amount a dispenser can actually take. So check the dispenser, got all 9. Alright, so if you just want to check and see if your dispenser works, just take a button near it and near the piston and bam, there you go. That one works, so break that. Let's come over here. Let's put a block there. And minecart goes off. There we go. Now, the whole point of this video was to actually get you guys, just to show you guys how to build this. Many people have done randomizing circuits. There's hopper clocks, there's the pulse incrementer. You connect them however you see fit. We just want to create a single pulse to this dispenser to get a single minecart, and we want it to be random on which side it goes on. So, next bit is I'm actually going to work on finishing up this, get a little bit of a appearance on it, and then we will, and I'll bring you guys on the next video for a little bit more of a tour on minor little things that have changed, and every little thing, because this is actually getting to be quite fun. I'm actually enjoying making you guys an amusement park. I wish some of you guys could just join me. But this is the Redstone Wizard. Enjoy building.